Alright guys, so this is Nathan Mendelsohn here with the next up and coming killer, Travis Lindahl, aka T-Lope 2 Chains. Okay, I'm going to show you guys today a technique that works really good for me, okay?
Come along, and ride with me, and ride with me. Come along, and ride with me, and ride with me. Come along on the ride, I just spit the song and then vibing. However long I'm alive, you know I'ma keep it live. Leaving people deep in the sleep when I'm creeping, keeping them peeping the kid. Check his vid to see what he did. I ain't keeping it hid, yo, you can check it out. Long as you respect what it's about, then you checking out. Respect the clout, cause you're talking to a real one. They said I never had a chance, I guess I had to steal one. Vem comigo, surf e luta, hip hop e porrada. Dessa vida muita gente não sabe, só fala. Vem comigo, surf e luta, hip hop e porrada. Dessa vida muita gente não sabe, só fala.
With my students in class, okay, I've been using a philosophy of kind of starting from the end and working backwards, okay? So this is my new commitment to posting consistently here to this YouTube channel, so I want to do the same thing for you guys, okay? I'm going to start at the end game, okay, and then I'll eventually show you guys everything that leads up to that as well, but I think that this is a really good spot to start, okay, is what we're looking for in the end, which is the submission. Okay, so I'm going to start with my favorite submission that comes from the best point of control, which is the top mount. Okay, so this is going to be my top mount armbar. Okay, so all right guys, so I'm here on top of the mount. Okay, I've got this top position on the ladder. Okay, this is what I've been fighting super hard to get to. Okay, now there's an old rhyme that people talk about in jiu-jitsu that we always repeat. Okay, position before submission. Okay, that is really important and really valuable, and I'd like to kind of hammer that into your guys' heads. Okay, if you get to a position, okay, position before submission doesn't just mean getting the position and then going for the submission. Okay, it means valuing keeping the position that you already have over getting the submission. Okay, you have to stay where you're at. That's number one. Okay, and not only from a dominant position and going to the submission, but anything in jiu-jitsu, anytime that you're gaining something, you get one step forward, try to value keeping what you have and not losing that, so you don't have to do it again over advancing. That's really what position before submission means. It means keep what you have, which is the position, before trying to advance to the submission. And that can work the same with position before position. Keep the position you already have before you're worried about advancing to the next position. Okay, so for me, the best way to control here on the mount, okay, the guy's probably gonna have his elbows in tight. Okay, if I'm able to get up here and like have this really dope, super high mount with my feet tight and my hips up super high and the guy's elbows outside like this, okay, then this is great. But most of the time, the guy's not just gonna hang out here like this. He's probably gonna be having his elbows in tight. He's gonna make it hard for me to get that, okay? So what am I gonna do instead? Keep my arms wide, okay? Hips in, cross my feet, keep my hips in really heavy, okay? All right guys, so there's a lot of different ways that the guy can escape from the mount, but we're gonna simplify it into basically 3 ways. Okay, and this way that I like to work the top mount is basically going to keep him from doing any of those 3 ways. Okay, so one is the person can obviously push my legs and escape back to the half guard. Okay, in which case I have to try to get back to where I already was. That was a big step down. Okay, that's against the ladder philosophy here of trying to stay up on the top. Okay, so that's no good for me. To stop that, what am I going to do? I'm going to go hips in, okay, cross my feet, okay, and keep a big sprawl, okay, arms nice and wide, okay. Now, he's not going to be able to escape to that half guard until he breaks my feet open, so that gives him one more step that he has to do before he can even start to escape, okay. Then he can try to get out to the half guard, okay, and I'm still going to be fighting him all the way along the way, okay. Also, if he tries to push on my leg here, I'm going to be pulling that hand up, not letting him. Okay, so this makes it really tough for him to escape to that half guard. Okay, so some people like to do making hooks like this, like the grapevine. Okay, I don't like that personally. Not to say that it's wrong, but I don't like it because when the person escapes this hook, a lot of times they can also escape to the half guard all in one motion, okay? When I lock my feet and sprawl here, the guy has to first unlock them, so he has to work on that, which is something I can fight to make it difficult for him to do. Once he has it open, then he has to fight to try to get his leg out, okay, which I can also fight against letting him do, okay? Okay, the other way that he can escape is to grab my arm, okay, and try to bridge me over, okay? Big, yeah. Okay, so the big beginner mistake here from the mount is hug the guy's head, okay? If we hug the guy's head here, okay, we're taking both of our own posts away, okay? So I never want to hug the guy's head. It's going to make it too easy for him to bridge me over, okay? So always arms wide. So when I have my arms wide here, he's going to have to fight to try to dominate my arm first before he can bridge. So if I fight him at that moment, I don't let him hug that arm, keep my arms wide, he's not going to be able to do that type of escape either, where he bridges me over and ends up inside my guard, okay? Another thing that's important too is I want to keep him flat. Okay, so if he starts to get up on his side too much to one side or the other, it's going to start making me feel uncomfortable here, like he's going to escape on this side. So a couple things that I can do for that. One is just to hug his head with one arm, not both arms. I hug him with this side and I give him shoulder pressure. Okay. Here, of course, now I've committed this arm to where he might be able to bridge me to that side. So I keep my chest and my arm super far out to the opposite side. Now if he tries to bridge me over there, it's going to be really tough. Plus I'm tweaking his neck this way, which is going to make it tough for him to bridge me that way. So I put his shoulders flat again, okay, boom, I'm arms wide, okay. Another thing that I can do there, if he's really starting to get out, he's getting up on his side, and he's starting to get out here, okay. Go ahead, okay, I'm going to step on his thigh so that he doesn't escape that leg out, sit up, look for his hand, pull him flat again, okay. Sometimes I do the same thing, go ahead, just on the elbow in the hand, lifting it, lay the guy flat again, okay. Anytime the guy's getting up on his side, that's starting to be something that can potentially be good for his escape. So I always want to lay him flat, okay. Once I've got him flat, cross those feet, hips in it, okay. Now, the third way that some people escape, which isn't the best way to escape in my opinion, but people do it, is to try to like bring your feet up into the armpits, okay? So that's one of the weaknesses of this really high mount here, okay? If he can get his hands like in my armpits and push me up and then bring those legs up and start to go into my armpits here, then sometimes he can use that to get out the back. Okay, of course, when he's straightening his arms there, he's gonna be giving me a really good opportunity to attack his arms as well. Okay, so this isn't necessarily something that I would teach someone to do. Okay, if he takes his elbows away from his side, which is what we're going to talk about next, that's all I need to finish his arms. So if he does this and extends away, before he's getting his legs up into my armpit, I'm probably going to be taking his arm home anyway. Okay, but sometimes, you know, the guy can be quick with that and he can escape by bringing those legs up into your armpits. So that's another reason that I like this low mount. Okay, for him to be able to get those feet in my armpits, he has to be able to lift his butt up. Okay, so when I cross and I sprawl, okay, and I keep my arms wide, now he can't lift his butt. Okay, when my hips are up high, his butt is free to leave the mat. That starts to come with those feet up into my armpits. Okay, so when I'm down here low and I sprawl out and I keep my arms wide, okay, here he's not going to be able to lift his butt. Go ahead and lift your butt there. Okay, it keeps his hips flat. Okay, I'm keeping pressure on his head. Now I'm really keeping his shoulders and his hips smashed to the floor. Remember, anytime I'm hugging the guy's head, there's nothing wrong with hugging his head with one arm, but you have to be really careful that you're favoring the other side with your base in your opposite post so that the guy doesn't bridge you. Okay, so arms wide or hugging the head on one side, posts on the other side, keeping the guy smashed, lots of smash with my hips, lots of smash with my chest, keeping the guy stuck.